Yo, what's up guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for just some more casual laddering in the ORAS OU ladder, where I am abusing Mega Salamence. Honestly, I know that I said I would possibly do a road to rank 1 with friends, especially because I'm so close to number 1. It's less than 100 points away. But the thing is, right now it's kind of impossible. I'm not home at night, and at night is when all my friends and us, we basically would go and call and just, goof around on the ladder. But I haven't really been home for a week. I've been busy, so especially I just haven't been sleeping at home, except for that one night where I did manage to record with my friends. But all the videos that I put up this week, they've actually been recorded in bulk, so they were all uploaded on like the Saturday that I was home, and then I haven't been home since then. Does that make sense? That's the reason why I'm not basically able to do this with friends as of right now. But yeah, let's look for a battle. I'm basically just abusing Megaments. I don't know, some people find Megaments boring, but I find it so fun and broken that I can literally lead off with this monster. I can break in the beginning, let this thing get low, and then Healing Wish it back up later, and then just sweep teams. This thing literally sets up on everything. I've set up on HP Ice Rotom. I've stalled it out of HP Ice. It didn't have Will-O-Wisp because it had to give up a move slot to have HP Ice, so that made it a bit easier. But I was able to stall it out and get +3 versus it and just sweep an entire team. So Megaments is definitely broken. If you guys don't already know this team, it's just 6 threats, a wall, 5 threats and a wall, and a Steel Trapper for Ments, and knock off Mamoswine to support Magnezone, since Skarmory and Ferrothorn all run knockoff right now. The Shetshell. The Ferrothorn is just set up fodder for Ments anyway. Honestly, if it's not Skarmory, this thing just sets up on you. Or if it's not a Slowbro with Ice Beam. But yeah, that's basically the team right there. I've already done an quote-unquote in-depth analysis of the team in Enter Megaments. But yeah, just going to pause it until we find a battle, because I'm kind of closer to the top on the ladder. I wasn't going to say high on the ladder because I don't consider 1688 high at all. But it's just going to... Ooh, we got one. And very, very similar teams. Though his team doesn't have much for Megaments. I mean, I see a Rotom Wash right there, but like, yeah, it doesn't have much for it. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could just lead off right with it, but that's not necessarily the smart play. I'm gonna lead off with my my Mamoswine just in case he wants to lead off with his Greninja. I'm expecting him to lead off with Rotom though, but either way, I'd rather lead off with Mamoswine just because if he does lead off with Sash Greninja, I can get off an Earthquake and knock it clean out. As yeah, the teams are very similar. These sort of archetypes are running around. So, gonna pause it till he picks a move. Alright, so he doesn't bleed enough with his Rotom Wash. That's fine by me. I'm just gonna switch out into my Ferrothorn as I can get up as many hazards as possible. As he ends up going for Will-O-Wisp. I don't really care about that too much. I do have Healing Wish. I didn't want my Mamoswine getting burnt just yet, because now I can Healing Wish back up my Ferrothorn if needed. So, gonna go for my first Spike, as that'll definitely help me out versus this guy's team. It's looking like he's running sub DD Ments as well, because he has Magnezone and Greninja and Rotom to deal with Steals. So that's more than likely sub DD Ments, unless this is just a huge bluff and I'm gonna get swept by a Flamethrower Hyper Voicing Megaments. But he ends up going right for the Volt Switch. I'm expecting either his own Ferrothorn or Zone to want to come in. I'm pretty sure his Ferrothorn's packing the Shedshell, because that's the most popular item right now. And yeah, gonna pause it till he, never mind, sends up the Latias. Completely fine by me. I don't know if this thing has HP Fire. I don't really want to risk that. I am gonna go directly into Greninja just in case, but then again, Greninja can't knock him out, so if he goes for Defog, that sucks. I'm just gonna go for a Leech Seed right here, as he does end up going for the Defog. And I missed my Leech Seed, which is great, as I am just gonna go for a Spike again. I can always Healing Wish back up this thing if needed. This Spike is going to help me break Magnezone with my Ments, as well as get the KO with Hydro Pump on it. So, going to go right for a Spike as he ends up going out to Ferrothorn, and that's completely fine by me. It gives me a free switch into Ments, unless he goes right for the Leech Seed right there. I should be able to set up on this thing. So, goes right for Stealth Rocks, and I will Mega Evolve, and I will go for Substitute right now, as he will not be able to break that sub. And we'll go from there. So, me being behind a sub is honestly great. especially because he goes on to Rotom. Unless he's running like modest specs or like a specs Rotom in general, he shouldn't be able to break my sub. So gonna go right for the Dragon Dance as I'm inside. He gets a crit, which is very, 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 very annoying. I don't know his set, but I've EV'd this thing that way Rotom Wash's Volt Switch will not break the sub. But again, I don't know his set, so ends up going out to Salamence. I can just go right for Frustration and we'll be able to 2-hit KO this thing. Even if he wants to Dragon Dance up, that's completely fine. I don't know if he's running enough speed to actually outspeed me. And if he wants to go back onto his Rotom Wash, that's good too. So yeah, it is going to be a 2-hit KO as actually going to go for Roost right here, just in case he wants to go out into his Rotom. I don't think he would want to stay in while he could lose that. Though staying in would probably be his best possible play. Yeah, so just because it means that I don't get off this Roost. But he goes back out on a Rotom. I'm going to go for Substitute again. He doesn't have that Intimidate anymore. And the reason I didn't want to knock him clean out, or because I didn't want him to be able to go for the... Alright, so he is running either a Specs variant or a lot of special attack like Modest. That's crazy how that's breaking my sub. Alright, good to know. They have adapted. But the thing is, they run so much special attack now that their bulk isn't as much as it could be. So I do end up getting off my... well, I do end up getting off my Roost right here versus this Magnezone. As if I honestly wanted to, I could basically, like, Dragon Dance up versus it. The only thing I'm risking is the Para from Thunderbolt. As he ends up going for Flash Cannon, not even Thunderbolt. So this is going to give me an opportunity to just go for a Frustration. I honestly just want to see how much it does, as he ends up going out to Rotom Wash, and that does a clean amount to that Rotom. So I'm actually going to go for a double Frustration, expecting him to... Because right here he could go for Will-O-Wisp. That would kind of suck, but then again, I will be able to... I'm going to go for Frustration. I don't think he'll go for Will-O-Wisp right now. Uh-oh, he went for Will-O-Wisp. But the thing is, though, that doesn't matter necessarily, because I do have the Healing Wish in the back, and I've weakened his Rotom. So if I honestly wanted to, I could go for another Frustration. I'll go for Roost. He got me right there, though, by going for Will-O-Wisp. But the thing is, I've weakened him so much to the point where if I set up another Dragon Dance, I basically win. So he ends up hitting me with the Volt Switch. That is 0. Losing that nice, that immunity. Ooh. So, goes out to his Mega Ments, and I do just want to go directly into my Salamence right now. My Magnezone, the Mammoth as he is going to hit me with the Frustration, and what I can do is just go right for my Stealth Rocks. Not expecting him to want to stay in, to be completely honest. So I'm going to get at these Stealth Rocks because that will help me so much versus Rotom, as he doesn't end up going out to Rotom. And what I can do right now is go right for the knockoff. As with the Rocks up, I actually am going to be able to knock out or smack his team with Greninja rather. So I'm going to go out to Greninja. Rocks ensure that Latias will die to Ice Beam. So I'm going to be able to go right for Dark Pulse right here. Greninja being out means that he's either forced into his own Greninja or he's forced into Ferrothorn, which is just a free Healing Wish for my Latias, which is what I'm going to do. It might come down to a Greninja Speed tie, in all honesty, which is annoying that it comes down to those Speed ties, but either way, Rotom is low. I'm able to knock him out, and that's one thing that could actually break my sub. So Magnezone after Spikes and Stealth Rock is actually in range of Hydro Pump, so that's good to know, as I would be able to knock that thing out. Ferrothorn, Stealth Rock Burn, potential Leech Seed. Ferrothorn is definitely not the best possible play if he goes out to his own Ferrothorn. So what I'm going to do is go out into my Latias and just go right for Healing Wish right now. I don't see any reason not to. I could also drop a Draco first, then go for Healing Wish. I think that'll honestly be the better play first, because Gyro Ball plus Leech Seed actually might be a knockdown. I just don't want to give him a free switch into Greninja, because that means I have to sack a Pokemon, but yeah, I'm going to drop a Draco, because I don't want to give him a free switch into Greninja, or as he does try and go out to his Latias on the Healing Wish. So I was able to knock out the Latias, which is great, which means he won't be able to defog, and my hazards will be here to stay, but that does give him the free switch into Greninja, which is annoying to say the least. And that means we're probably going to have to see a Greninja Speed tie right here. So what I'm going to do is sack my Ferrothorn. If he wants to, I guess he can go out into his Ments, predicting that. but he does not choose to, as now it's at that point where we have to risk this Greninja speed tie. So gonna go out to my Greninja. I don't know if he would risk the speed tie. The thing is, I don't even think I'm going to be able to Healing Wish back up my Mence, because every time I go out into Latias, he's going to go out into Greninja. So I am going to go for the Ice Beam. If I win a speed tie, I think the game is mine, because Greninja is the only threat to mine, and Ice Beam will easily be able to knock it out. But he's not going to let me force a speed tie just yet. But depending on his EV spread, I can actually 2-hit KO him. So that's not going to be the case, as I am just going to go right out into my Latias, as he is going to go right for Gyro Ball. And yeah, it's gonna come down to a speed tie. So I'm just gonna hit him with a return. That way he can knock me out with whatever attack he wants to go for. And yeah, it's gonna come down to a Greninja speed tie, which is unfortunate, but that's how it's gonna happen. So definitely knock him out with the Dark Pulse right here. And I also have to land a Hydro Pump, which is another thing that sucks. I have to win a speed tie and land a Hydro Pump in order to win this game. That's crazy. But the thing is, the same odds. The odds are in his favor too. Like it's the same odds for both of us, except he doesn't have to hit a Hydro Pump. He just has to go for Ice Beam. When he goes out to his Greninja, calc. I'm trying to make it seem like the odds better for me, because either way I have to hit 2 Hydro Pumps. Maybe. Yeah, 46 to 54. What are you doing? Yeah. Or dodge a Hydro. With his, he has to either win a speed tie or dodge a Hydro Pump with his Magnezone. Actually, no, he does not, because if he goes out to Magnezone, well, I have to hit him with the Hydro Pump, obviously. Let me just check how much Dark Pulse does. I doubt it'll be able to knock him out. Even if he's Scarf, well, he's definitely Scarf. Let me just make it 4, whatever. 77. Dark Pulse does not do enough. Yeah, I have to hit a Hydro Pump. If I miss this Hydro Pump, I lose the game. If I hit the Hydro Pump, I have to win a speed tie. What I was thinking was he would go directly into Greninja, but this is definitely his better play, forcing the Hydro Pump first off. Because what he would have to do is, if he goes directly into Greninja, I have to lit the Hydro Pump, and then all I have to do is go for Dark Pulse on his Magnezone, because then I would just have to spam T-Bolt with my Scarf Zone and win. So I do hit the Hydro Pump, and he literally has to win a speed tie right here. Wait. I think I can still win even if he misses the speed tie, because Magnezone can still knock him out. So I am just going to go right for Hydro Pump. I win the speed tie. I am able to knock him out. But the thing is, we saw the damage that Hydro Pump does to my Magnezone. 77 and 91. I would be at 94. And then I would just be able to go for Thunderbolt, and I outspeed this depending on its EV spread. Well, yeah. Good game. So that was a good game. That came down really close. A lot closer than I would have thought at the end. He played it well enough to not give me a Healing Wish, but I expected him to do that, which is why I went for Draco on the Latias. So I hope all of that makes sense. That was actually a long battle. Let's look for another one. Gonna pause until we find one. Be right back. Alright, so we have found a game, and my opponent has so many Mega Mensch threats that I think I lose. I really do. The Porygon's gonna be the most annoying thing, in all honesty. Just gonna lead off with Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn, as I can Leech Seed his Mew lead, as he instantly ends up leading off with Clefable. A bit annoying, but nothing I can do. Just gonna go for my Spike, as he is gonna go for his Stealth Rock, and this is an annoying Pokemon. See, the thing is, Mamoswine spams knockoff, but I can always go for that's physically defensive Calm Mind. That's sick. This man's really running that. I could always have, basically what I'm thinking of, if he goes out into if he went for Flamethrower right there, I always have Leech Seed recovery versus basically everything, bar, I guess these two. His team is annoying. I don't think I can break it. And this thing is annoying too. Just gonna go directly into Mence, as he ends up going right for Calm Mind, and I want to Mega Evolve and go right for Frustration, as he is going to go out to his Porygon 2. So the thing with this Porygon 2 is, what it's going to do is just roost up versus me. It's good to know that he can no longer chase my Intimidate though, so I'm going to go for Roost, as he's going to go for Recover, and then I can go back out into my, well, I'm going to go out to my Mamoswine, sorry. as he doesn't go for Ice Beam. And what I can do is just go right for knockoff on what I'm expecting to be Mew or Skarmory. I guess either Clefable works as well, because Clefable doesn't mind it, but he does end up going out to Skarmory, which is great, as I am able to get rid of this thing's Shed Shell. And what I can do is actually go for a double knockoff, predicting the Whirlwind, or Roost rather, as that does end up happening. And no way, he's not. If he goes for Spikes here, this man's a legend. Alright, so he goes for Toxic. See, I don't want to go out to Magnezone just yet, because what he's going to do is Roost up anyway. He might just double switch right here, but he ends up going for Defog, which isn't that bad, because now I can just go right for the Volt Switch and knock this Skarmory clean out. So at least knockoff Mamoswine did its job. I'm going to need to get off a knockoff versus Porygon 2, which is annoying, and I have to get up my hazards again, but I was able to get rid of Skarmory as the first Defogger is gone, and Greninja is looking like a threat. So I'm going to go out to Greninja, as that does give him a free switch into Porygon, but Porygon gives me a free switch into Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn means I can get up hazards. So unless his Mew is also packing Defog, it's not too bad. So he does end up going out into his Porygon right here. Just going to go out to my Ferrothorn, as I can start getting up Spikes, as that Ice Beam does nothing. And just going to go for my first layer of Spikes, as these are going to help me beat the Porygon, because Porygon is the thing that's stopping me from sweeping. So he ends up going directly into Mence, as that is a problem. And I'm just going to go out into my Magnezone, as if he goes for Sub, I can go for Volt Switch and break it. And if it's not a substitute variant, that's fine too. So he doesn't end up going for Sub, as he's just going to go for Roost. And hit him with a Flash Cannon, as he doesn't end up going for Sub again. And the thing is, he won't be able to stall me. Well, he can potentially stall me out, but I don't think he will try to necessarily. So yeah, just gonna go for Flash Cannons again, as he has ended up going for Dragon Dance, and I have to go out to Mamoswine right here. Even if he goes for Sub, I have to. So he ends up going for Roost, and I won't be able to knock him out with the Ice Shot, which is ridiculous. That does 0 actually. Is this thing physically defensive? Hello? The thing is, though, I know that my Salamence will be able to outspeed him, so after a Dragon Dance anyway, just based on the way that he took that Ice Shard so well. So I'm gonna go right for the Dragon Dance right here, as it should be a 2 KO on this monster. Yeah, and I do outspeed him like I was expecting, so that's good for me, as I'll basically be able to get rid of the Mence or force a switch. If he actually goes out to Porygon right now, I don't think it's going to be taking this frustration too well. So he's going to be forced to sack right here, and I'm hoping it's Mega Mence. Getting rid of Mamoswine though sucks, because now I have no way of dealing with Porygon outside of Leech Seeding it. So that sucks for me, but I can go right back out into my Ferrothorn right now and just continue to lay up hazards as he goes for the Ice Beam. Thankfully, he doesn't get like a freeze or something. And these hazards are definitely going to help so much versus this team. So, do I want to go directly into Greninja? I need Greninja for Mew. Actually, yeah, I want to go directly into Greninja, as he goes for Calm Mind. I don't care, because I do have this to I do have Dark Pulse to potentially flinch him, but all I need is damage. That way I can knock it out with Frustration. As unfortunately for my opponent, nice for me, I do end up flinching him, which I don't mind, and he ends up forfeiting. Wow, he still had a chance to win, but I'm good with that. I'll take my victory. So let's look for another game, and I'll pause it until we find one. Alright, so I've gotten I got Xanderpits. This is actually the second time today I've played him, and he ends up leading off with his Keldeo, which is actually really smart of him. Yeah, I'm gonna get on my Stealth Rocks anyway, as he ends up going for ICU, and I don't want to go directly into my Latias, but yeah, I'm gonna go to it now. If he wants to go out to Azelf, that's completely fine, but he ends up going for the Secret Sword, as I can just drop a Draco just in case he wants to go out into just in case he honestly just wanted to go out into Azelf right there. But I think he's actually going to do that now. Either way, though, I'm just going to go for Draco one more time, as he ends up going right for the Secret Sword, which isn't really good for my opponent, because now I get the free switch into Greninja, and Greninja can put in a lot of work versus his team. It outspeeds the majority of his team. It stops Azov from getting up screens. I actually have to hit. I'm thinking, I don't know how much Gunk Shot is gonna do. Naive, 8, Gunk. Because I'm pretty sure Hydro Pump would knock it out, but I don't know. Either way, that's risky. Just gonna go for Gunk Shot. Thankfully, I do land it, as I am able to knock out the Keldeo, and now he gets a free switch into Weavile, which is a little annoying. Definitely a bit annoying, but it's manageable to say the least. So what she's gonna do is I don't need this Pokemon this game, so I'm gonna go out into my Magnezone as he ends up going right for the low kick. And I don't know what type of Weavile he is, but I know that Salamence can set up on basically this thing unless he has Banded Ice Punch. So he ends up going right for the Ice Punch, as it does not do much at all. And I think I might have just messed up. I should have knocked him out. Okay, I just messed up. I messed up really badly. Yeah. I'm gonna go out into my Mamoswine as he does end up going for the low kick. As long as I get rid of this Weavile, I'm not in the worst of position. I think I could still win this game in all honesty, because Greninja can put in work. But I'm gonna go out into my Ferrothorn as he ends up going for low kick. I'm taking 0 from that, and I just want to go for a spike. All right, so I just ensured that Weavile will go down to the hazard. This is hard. This is hard. So I actually go out to my Mamoswine predicting the Azelf, as I think this works out for me. And unless he goes for light screen right here, I'm going to go position. So I'm going to go pull the double into my Greninja as he doesn't going for the light screen. And now I'm in a bad position. So I have to go for Dark Pulse flinches, because now he can just pass. As he doesn't end up going for stealth, he doesn't end up going for the Stealth Rock as opposed to going for the straight out attack. But the thing is though, Venomoth just straight up sweeps me. Well, maybe. Let's see how much this does. And I get a crit right when it mattered. That sucks for my opponent. I'm sorry, dude. That really does suck for my opponent, as he ends up going out to X-Cloud. I know from prior experience that this thing does have subs, so I'm just gonna go out into my Mamoswine as he ends up going right for Boom Burst, and just to stall out basically the screen. I'm not even gonna be able to do that, am I? Yeah, he does try to go for sub, so that's even better for me, as I am able to break that with the Gyro Ball. I think I have to hit a Gunk Shot anyway, so he's able to knock me out with the Flame. That really sucks for him. Yeah, he definitely had that one. If I, the thing is, I can still miss Gunk Shot. If I miss Gunk Shot, I lose, but I do not miss Gunk Shot. Weavile will go down the hazards. I got pretty lucky in this one. Damn, I should have pulled the double directly into my Azelf, right? I should have pulled the double into Greninja instead of making the switch into Mamoswine. But now, this is Sub CM, Stored Power Latias, and Greninja beats that 1v1 with flinching. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. He could still actually win this game unless I get a flinch. Ooh, that was actually a high roll. I don't even think I need a flinch now. I can just go right for Ice Beam, and Ice Beam will be able to finish him off. So, survival. If he went for Store Power here, he's a lord. Okay, he didn't go for Store Power. It's gonna be a tie, but I'm gonna end up winning because my Pokemon knocks his out. So yeah, I got pretty lucky versus him. Not even gonna deny that, but yeah, I'm just gonna say good game. Sorry, man. But yeah, okay. So we are. How much are we at? 24 minutes. Okay, that's gonna be good. 24 minutes is good. Where are we on the ladder? 17-13. I think we're higher than 17-13 because I was at 17-13 after winning the last battle. Where's my rank? Hello? Join chat. Let's go to art. I have art class on Saturdays. That's rank. 7-13. Okay, that makes no sense. I just won that battle. I'm pretty sure I'm higher than that. But yeah, we're basically approaching rank 1. Rank 1 being 1782. I swear I'm higher than 713. But not that it matters. Guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. And yeah, Until next time, guys. Later.